My name is Michael Ingham, and the conversation I'd like to talk to you about tonight is between faith and science. Let me begin with a recent book by Jonathan Sacks. He is the chief rabbi of Great Britain and the Commonwealth, and he's written a book called The Great Partnership. It's about the age-old question of religion and science. An interesting title, The Great Partnership. His theme is that religion and science need to become partners again. Partners in the great work of healing this broken earth and giving dignity to all its creatures. He wants us to become partners and not enemies. Religion and science for too long have been competitors. And yet this emerging world into which we're moving needs us to become allies. Sacks suggests that for this to happen, each needs to respect the distinctiveness of the other. Science, he says, operates in the world of facts. Religion in the realm of values. To quote him, science takes things apart to see how they work. Religion puts things together to see what they mean. Science asks the question of what happens. Religion asks the question why things happen. Science has to do with the sequence of natural processes. Religion has to do with their purpose and spiritual meaning. Each is a valid way of looking at the world, the same world, but each needs the other. A world of mere facts without purpose or meaning would be as intolerable as a world ruled by superstition and taboo. Now, his book is a challenge to two kinds of fundamentalism. One is religious fundamentalism that claims, for example, the Bible to be a scientific textbook that should be taught in schools as physics and chemistry. The other is a scientific fundamentalism that claims belief in God is a wishful fantasy and outside the realm of rational belief. Religion should have no place in public life. Sacks argues that neither of these does justice to the complexity of truth. He concludes that for the world and its creatures to survive, we need both objective knowledge and a deep sense of spiritual meaning. Both rely on the other. Both must test the other. Now, if religion and science were to become allies, how would this work out in practice? Let me offer you two examples. Take, for example, the central belief of the Christian religion, the resurrection of Jesus from the dead. The scientific mind asks, what exactly happened? Show me the evidence. How could such a thing be? The religious mind asks, what does this mean? What is being revealed here? If there is any truth to this, how must I live my life? Now, Christians believe the resurrection of Jesus is something profoundly important for the world. Something changed for everyone. Not something we can prove in a laboratory, but a reality and a truth nevertheless. A truth that is found in the spirit and in the heart, in the quality of our compassion. Something that is proved through changed lives and the way we learn to see things spiritually and not just materially. So to believe in the resurrection is not to commit yourself to an impossible science. It's to commit yourself to the love of God. It's to accept that there's a power in the universe not measurable or observable by technology, but something that's known and experienced through the spiritual senses. Resurrection, at its heart, means we are not subject to blind fate, and that no outcome is ever inevitable. Let me offer a second example. Pope Francis has begun his papacy by reminding us we have a moral duty to the poor. This is a very important aspect of Christian faith. But we also need to ask ourselves, why are the poor poor? What are the causes of poverty? Why, in a world of so much wealth and abundance, should anyone die of starvation or live without shelter? Science, especially social science and religion, have to work together here. We have to agree that charity is not enough. We have to go deeper into the problem. What political and economic systems keep the poor poor? What cultural and religious taboos prevent people, especially women and girls, from reaching their freedom and potential? We need methods of analysis here that will help us find the answers. We need social and political tools to complement the values of love and the ethics of equality. Social science and religion can cooperate here and together find the courage it takes to dismantle the power structures that keep the poor poor. When the Pope begins to address these questions, as I expect he will, we will see his popularity fade. Religions are generally tolerated so long as they don't disturb the status quo. But when religion moves beyond charity and begins to address the questions of justice, then opposition begins to arise. The secular state pushes back. Religion is told to stay out of politics. Faith is admonished it has no place in public policy. And eventually, religious symbols and religious clothing are prohibited from being worn in public places. If we're to find a new partnership, we have to have a new conversation. The old enmities, the old paradigms will not serve us in this emerging new world. And the choice is not between a society run by technocrats or a society run by imams and prelates. The real choice is between cooperation or suspicion, between two of the greatest disciplines of human civilization, both of which can contribute and must contribute to the sustaining of life. Thank you.